To check the X proximity switch on a Max, it's located under here. First thing you got to do is remove the bottom cover. There's 4 screws in the corners, 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench. Easier if you're not holding a camera in one hand. Just set that off to the side. So the actual prox switch, it's kind of hard to see. The wires for it are right here, and it goes up into a hole above here. It's a little tricky to see. First thing you want to make sure to see is if it's all the way seated. It's a barrel switch. See if I can get a little better light or focus. Not really. Let me see if I can grab one real quick. Alright, so this is what they look like. It's just a 1/4 inch diameter barrel switch that sits up inside this plate. This focus is not cooperating. So it sits up inside the plate, and it should be flush with the bottom of the plate. So you can see the wires going into it right here. So what sometimes happens is the switch actually falls down a little bit, which puts it out of range to contact the magnets, which are up underneath here. There's little magnets right here that they sense, and so if your switch is falling down, you can pull it out and put a little super glue on it, just a normal like cyanoacrylate super glue, and then just push it up until it's flush with the bottom of this plate again over here. And that should solve the problem. If that doesn't fix it, or if it's not sticking down and these wires don't look cut anywhere, then you want to check the where it plugs into the main wire. So let me get started on that. So you'll want to pop up the links on the E-chain. This E-chain was installed backwards. Really, the links should pop open the other direction, which is a lot easier. If they do, get focus here again. You can normally just take a small screwdriver here and pop them open. There it goes. The focus is a little better. You normally take a screwdriver just on the edges and twist and pop it open. This one's opening backwards, unfortunately. I'm gonna get the rest of the links open. So once you've got about 8 or 10 of the links open, and I just popped them off here, they just come right off. Dig through until you find the wire that is just 2 small black wires. That's the right one. And then there's a piece of heat shrink here that you're going to want to cut off. You can pop off a few more, so you can just pull that wire all the way out around the edge, which I'll do now. So you can kind of see it a little better here. This one's a little tight, you're not going to be able to get it around. But basically, you can take and cut these zip ties right here. They're really easy to put back on later. And then you should have enough slack that you should be able to pull the wire all the way out and work on it. There we go. So with this zip tie cut, you just shove in on these wires. You can move them. And just push them in, and then you can just pull the wire all the way out and around, and then it's really easy to play with. This one is soldered. Yours should have a a connector underneath the heat shrink. So if you just cut the heat shrink back with a knife, and then you can see the connector underneath, you'll be able to see if one of the wires on the one side or the other is broken, and that should give us the answer on what we need to do to replace it.